Welcome boys, welcome girls. My name is Mr. Sir. I serve the best writing lessons. So those exams are usually left guessing. How are those children so bright? Who taught them to creatively write? Welcome to Cool Creatives, my writing school, where we expand your imagination and make your writing beautiful.
Nah, I'm idiom. Not to be confused with idiot or dumb. I am Mr. Sir's writing assistant. And my friends, I have reached the end. No longer will I have to depend on Mr. Sir's report writing. I thought I was on top of the curve. But then I shut down. And now I'm feeling hurt. I'm gonna take on my mobile phone.
Well, I think I've actually reached the end with idiom.
Mr. Sir, we ain't done. This is just the start, eh? I don't know where to end, Mr. Sir.
End what?
End it all, Mr. Sir. Like feathers there.
End what?
End the report, Mr. Sir.
Oh, phew.
What do you mean, few? Huh?
Conclusions.
Yes, sir. I know how to generate questions. I know how to make an introduction. I know how to make a body. I know how to use transition words, Mr. Sir. But I reached so far now out here and I don't know where to end, Mr. Sir.
Idiom, this is the easiest part.
How come I shut down? Huh? How come I can't do it?
Well, because...
Mr. Sir, are you trying to call me incapable, Mr. Sir? Huh? Are you trying to refer to me as incompetent?
Idiom, I will never say that.
Well, what is it?
The conclusion is the end, my friend. Wrap up, recap, or even recommend.
The conclusion is the end, my friend. Wrap up, recap, and even recommend?
Idiom, for the conclusion, you can wrap up a process, recap a process, or report any recommendations. The conclusion is the end, my friend. Wrap up, recap, or even recommend.
Wait, Mr. Sir. I is not your friend. The conclusion is the end, my friend. Wrap up, recap, or even recommend.
Yes, and each conclusion could look a little different for each report. Let's go into the imagination and get a topic.
Imagination, eh?
Your class visited an amusement park. Write a report to your teacher about the event.
Mr. Sir, you know how long I ain't going an amusement park, Mr. Sir? Since yesterday. You know where I went yesterday, Mr. Sir? I went to 500 islands. If you see island, Mr. Sir.
Really? 500 islands? Okay.
Yes, Mr. Sir.
Anyway, let's say you have your introduction.
Of course, I know the introduction, the report's face, the when, the what, the who, the place. I don't do that.
Then you have your body.
Of course, I know about the body, the whys and hows, extensive details I could report. No, if you see my body, I had about 2-3 main ideas, Mr. Sir.
So now we come to the conclusion.
And you say the conclusion is the end, my friend? Wrap up, recap, or even recommend? So how to do that?
For any topic, you can decide if you want to wrap up, recap, or even recommend.
Oh, Mr. Sir, I'm now understanding. So it's like 3 different ways.
Ah, that's right. A wrap-up is usually the last step or activity in an event or a process. So for a wrap-up conclusion, you just write the last things that you all did.
Oh, so the wrap-up is just writing the last thing that happened. Oh God, that sounds easy, but a nice wrap-up.
It is that simple.
Yeah, Mr. Sir, well, you see, for a topic like this, or any field trip, Mr. Sir, I think a wrap-up could work fine.
Exactly, a wrap-up can work fine for a field trip. So, what may be the last thing that happens on a field trip?
Let me use a transition word or a phrase to start first.
Great idea. Transition words or phrases.
Finally, finally we left the amusement park at approximately 3:30 p.m. All students boarded the buses and we returned to the school compound. At the school compound, our teacher informed the principal of our safe arrival and we said the evening prayer. Students then left the school compound with their parents or their transportation. That's a nice wrap up there, Mr. Sir. Wrap it up like a present.
That's a nice conclusion idiom. Very solid. It wraps up the day nicely. How about a recap?
Mr. Sir, I understand the wrap up, but what is a recap really?
The recap is a type of conclusion where you briefly restate the main ideas.
Alright, Mr. Sir, use the same topic.
Yes, let's stay with the field trip.
In the report and the main ideas, I might have spoken about the activities we do during the day. So let me try to recap that.
Yes, in the body, you might have stated the activities done during the day.
I could use a nice transition word to recap. Overall.
That's a good idea.
Overall, the day at the amusement park was mainly spent at the bumper car section and the air rifle field. We also visited the trampoline room and the arcade. Our final stops were at the water slide and cafeteria. We left the amusement park at approximately 3:30 p.m. Yes, Mr. Sir, I talked about them things before, so I come back now.
Now that is a great recap. How about a recommendation?
Recommendation? What is that, Mr. Sir?
Sometimes you can close your report by offering recommendations. This usually comes from an official source. Remember, we don't want it to be your own opinion. In the case of an accident, a fire officer or a police officer may recommend something to prevent the accident.
Official, no opinion.
Or maybe an accompanying teacher can recommend something in the case of a field trip.
Okay, Could use a transition word or phrase for that too, you know. At the end of the activities, we gathered on the buses. On our way back to school, our teacher recommended that we start earlier next time so we can experience more of the attractions at the park. She also noted that we may need to have a few more fundraisers as some of the rides could not be paid for. We arrived at the school compound at approximately 3:30 p.m. where our parents picked us up. The teacher recommends something and the teacher is our official source.
Well done, idiom. That's a solid recommendation. Also, there's a little bit of wrapping up inside of there which is important. But what I like the most was that all of your conclusions started with a transition word or a transition phrase. Excellent work, idiom.
Yeah, Mr. Sir, I must use my transition words. I learned from the very best. Myself. Now I can start this report writing car and reach where I'm going and drive my way into report writing success. The conclusion is the end, my friend. Wrap up, recap, and even recommend.
That is right. And you can check out the report writing playlist for full coverage of report writing for you cool creative writers. Remember to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell for further details.
Yeah, Mr. Sir, only like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share it with your friend, everything.
So here's a topic. You can write the entire report and share the conclusion with us in the comments. Here's your topic. An accident occurred on a street near to your house. Write a report based on this incident.
Mr. Sir, that's a nice topic. And you know all you could do? All you could put all your conclusions in the comments. Yes.
Whatever the situation, trust your creativity and imagination.
Mr. Sir, the way it's set up, we bound to win. Because I'm cool creatives. Easy we do things. So now, Mr. Sir, all I need to find out from you is when I could get our doubles.